Go. All right, we are recording. John Houston, your reaction to that is always awesome. So we are presently talking about power hours and what we should be doing during our power hours to be most productive during our weeks, to be able to focus on the things that we need to focus on to be good coaches, right? And with all the things that are going on and all of the options and all of the trainings and all of the information we get, it can be really, really overwhelming. So we want to break this down to what are the most important tasks for you to have done every single day, and what are the things that you can do over the weekend or like batch produce in order to save you time. So far we've covered making all of your posts ahead of time. So your helpful post, your personal post, and your shareable post every single day. So you need 7 of each of those categories. You're going to have them ready to go. And it does not matter if your pic background is pink or like mauve. Is that a color? It does not matter if it's teal or turquoise or like baby blue. Sometimes we get so stuck on these little teeny details of things that it makes it really, really hard for us to do anything, to get anything done, because we're stuck on the details. So I really want to encourage you this week. I know, John, I know. It's hard. It's hard. It's really hard. So what I want to encourage you to do is when you are making these 21 posts, I want you to time yourself. And I want you to time yourself every time you do it. And your goal is to get that time, like I did, starting out 4 hours. And then I was able to do it in, I think it was maybe 2 hours, distracted, super distracted in the car on the way home from Super Saturday this weekend, right? And that was with like pit stops and other conversations and yeah, shenanigans going on in the car. So I want you guys to time yourself and try to get your time quicker, because efficiency is everything in this business. So that's the first thing, is getting your post done ahead of time. That allows you to share that you are proof of the product. So we have our 4 vital behaviors, and I know that we talk about them and we talk about them and we talk about them, but we're going to keep talking about them. Once again, because of all the trainings going on, it can be easy to get distracted by wanting to have a like page or a website or learn how to do all of these certain things. This business is super, super, super simple. We're using Beachbody products. We are trying to live healthier lifestyles ourselves, right, guys? That's kind of the whole thing. Challengers do the same thing. Right? We listen to personal development every day to make our brains stronger and to become stronger mentally, emotionally. Challengers should be doing the exact same thing. I try to have all of my challengers read personal development books. I have a lot of them reading Miracle Morning. A lot of them are reading The Compound Effect. So those 2 vital behaviors aren't really coach vital behaviors. They should be like human being behaviors, right? Like we should all be taking care of our bodies and managing our own personal lives, our personal stress, staying physically fit for our health, improving our minds every single day, which helps with the stress and everything else, recognizing those around us. So the 3rd vital behavior is recognition. And you guys may notice that I put like, shout out to these coaches who blah, 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 blah. Shout out to this challenger. Shout out to this person. I want you guys doing that every single day in our coach group. Like, Brady Bunch, look around. You guys are hot and awesome. Like, we have the coolest team in the entire world. So talk about it. Like, that's what makes our team so amazing. If you get around these people in person, you will hear non-stop bragging on one another. Like, do you know this person? She's freaking amazing. You don't even know. And like, we're so passionate. And then we get behind our computer screens and it's like, hey, buddy. But we type it. We like wouldn't even put that on the coach page. So I want to encourage you on your personal page and on our coach page Recognition once every single day, different people. Like, give yourself a shout out if you need to. But honestly, recognition is also a human being good choice, right? That's not a coach thing. That's a challenger thing. That's a human being thing. So the three of the 4 vital behaviors we have been doing since we were challengers: recognition, personal development, proof of the product, and sharing those experiences, sharing those workouts, sharing those health tips. So the last thing that you guys need to do that you weren't doing as challengers is what? Give me an eye. Give me an eye. Yeah, inviting. Exactly. Inviting. And that's the part that most of us put on the back burner, right? Because either because you don't have a system for it, you're not carving out time for it. Is there another reason? Not carving out time, not having a system, or it's just scary. Like, it's just intimidating, so you avoid it. Like, raise your hand if you've been in that situation. Yeah, I'm with you. I've been there, and it's not because I don't enjoy it, because I honestly do. I enjoy talking to new people. I enjoy helping people. And I think that it is just like, I don't know. It's just something that you get better at as you go. And the more people you invite, the less scary it seems, because as some of you learned when we're going through Rachel, I was giving her a hard time. We were talking about that horrible little button on Messenger that says red. You know what I'm talking about? Like, when you send a message and then you sit there and you look at the button, all of a sudden their face pops up in the little circle, and so you know that they've read it, and then you wait. And you sit there staring at the circle, and it's like, brr, 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 and you're like, oh my God, what are they going to say? And then nothing ever comes. And you're like, what? You hate me. I know that it's really, really hard because it feels like rejection. But guys, like, we ask people to do stuff with us all the time, and it doesn't feel like rejection. So it's changing your mindset. Like, if I were going to a yoga class, I would call all of my friends and be like, guess what we're doing tonight? We're going to a yoga class. Yay, you're coming, and you're coming, and you're coming, and you're coming, and everybody's coming. And guess what, guys? They wouldn't expect me to pay for them. I'd say, hey, guess what? The class is $5. I paid my $5 already. You have to pay $5. Get your butt there. Bring your water bottle, right? But all of a sudden, when we're doing these challenge groups, all of a sudden it feels different, right? But we're doing the same thing. You guys already bought your challenge packs. You already bought your Shakeology. You're wanting your friends and these people you know, like, dude, you have to do this with me. I already got my challenge pack. You just need to get yours by this date so that you can do it with me. Like, doesn't that feel different than, will you buy this from me? It feels different. And a lot of the times when we're signing people up as discount coaches, you guys aren't making money anyway. You might the first month, but that's pretty much the amount that you're going to be spending on a prize for the challenge group and, like, you know, materials to do your job. So I don't know. When I started thinking about it like that and just inviting everybody to have the opportunity to participate, and if they don't want to, that's fine. Do you know anybody who'd want to? Because I'm really excited. I'm ready to lead some people and help some people out. And I know that there's a lot of people out there who need help with their health and fitness. So the more you put your name out there through your posts and then through private invites, which have to happen, the more people are going to start seeing you as the go-to person, right? That's the whole reason that we share our story. You want people not to say yes necessarily, but to come to you when they're ready. And how will they know to come to you when they're ready if you've never invited them? Right? So that's the whole thing. Like, get that idea of I need yes. I hope they say yes to me. Oh, what if they reject me? Just chuck that out of your mind and think about it as, I'm going to talk to as many people as I possibly can and invite anybody that I can, or at least let them know that I'm willing to help. in whatever way that I can, because when the day comes for that person, I want them to come to me. I don't want them to go to somebody else. I want them to come to me. So shifting that mindset to like, from it needs to be now, and I want you to do this now, to whenever you're ready, I am right here. And I just want to let you know next. What was that quote that Estelle said? Like, some will, some won't. So what? Who's next? And that's so the case. I mean, work with the willing and move on to someone else. So getting back to the power hour topic, what do you actually have to do every single day that you can't do on Sundays? So Sundays being Saturday, Sundays for me are my days that I do meal prep. They're the days that I make all my posts, set up my challenges. And those are a lot of things that you guys don't have to necessarily do, right? Because you're collaborating. So you're not responsible for all of that stuff necessarily. So throughout the rest of the week, what's the focus? The focus is on building your business. So what you're going to have to do realistically, now that you should already have your 3 vital behaviors kind of in place. But if you don't, here's my recommendation. And this is what I have had to do to make this work while teaching full time and I don't know, all the other shenanigans that I do. I chunk my list. And I know that that's not what every coach does and probably not what every coach would recommend. But if you are wanting to take this seriously, you cannot allow yourself to go days without doing this stuff. Otherwise, you just feel like you're chasing your own tail all the time or you're always behind and it sucks. Because you're like, oh, I have to catch up. Oh, I have to catch up. Oh, I have to catch up. Oh, I have to catch up on this. I have to catch up on this. And it's just frustrating, right? But it's not because of Beachbody. It's because of you. It's because of you. It's because of me. Like, it's because of our habits. We have not prioritized these things. So then we feel behind. And there are a lot of systems that work for different people. So I highly recommend that you find a system that works for you. For me, for my invites, Teamzy is life, man. The program itself teaches you how to do a power hour. If you do not have Teamzy, consider it. Please consider it, because it organizes your Facebook contacts and it says, here, talk to this person, talk to this person, talk to this person. And once you've done that, then it fills in your little circle and says, good job, you get 100% for the day. And I'm like, I'm done. So that is definitely worth the money. I would also say that my Success Club points probably started doubling since I started using Teamzy. So before I was barely hitting Success Club 10. And since I started using Teamzy by month 3, and that's what they say, it takes about 3 months to get through the full cycles of everything. Now I'm usually hitting somewhere around 20, close to 20 Success Club points by the end of the month. So it's helped me significantly. So I would definitely get that and get on it and learn how to use it if you're having trouble keeping your lists in order. Okay. But aside from that, with all of the other things that we do every day, like the challenge tracker app, actually logging, I keep forgetting. Not necessarily this challenge, but maybe it was last challenge or the challenge before, I was getting to almost midnight every night. And I'm laying in bed. I'm like, oh, I didn't log anything in my challenge tracker. How are people even supposed to know? How are my challengers supposed to know that I'm in here and I'm in here with them and comment on their things and cheer them on when they wake up and go through an entire day and hear nothing from me? That's not the type of coach I want to be. And if I'm doing that, they will also do that. So if everybody's waiting until before bed, how many people are actually going to be doing it by week 2? You know what I'm saying? It's just not the behavior that I want to role model for my challengers. So What I started doing, and I know you guys have seen my video of like, think of me when you're pooping, right? That like when you're taking a poo, like log your shit when you take a shit. I am recording. I shouldn't have said that. Anyway, basically what I have found is there's downtime. Every single day there is downtime. And if you're not using that to work your business, you're nuts. If you're not using that downtime to work your business and you're getting everything done and you're hitting Success Club and you're rocking it, then do you. Like, that's fine, but we're not. Right? As a team, we're not hitting those marks and growing our business each month. So knowing that, we have to make a change. So if you're not consistently hitting at least 1 hour getting through all your tasks every single day, here is my recommendation. And this is what I had to start out doing. Take your list and chunk it. And chunk it into your routine, because I guarantee almost everybody here, you guys are working at the same time every day, right? Most of you. Jamie isn't, but most of us are working at about the same time every day. You're waking up about the same time every day, correct? You're taking the same commute to work. You know how long that is? You're taking the same commute back. You have the same like planning periods. If you're a teacher, you have the same break times, most of you, for your job. Take your list and break it up and write it in those places. So like, I cannot wait to log my stuff. I can't wait. I have to do it in the morning or I will forget. So I have written in my workout room, log my challenge tracker app. So I do that the second, like I'm working out, click, it's in. I go in and write on my little container, write on my recovery shake, log your shake, write on my Shakeology, log your shake. So I've got like notes for myself everywhere. As soon as I see it, I'm like, oh, my challenge tracker app. The next thing I do, I go downstairs, 10 minutes. Sorry guys, not willing to pay $14 a month to upgrade it. Just not doing it. Next thing I do is I go downstairs. I'm getting ready for work. That's when I listen to my personal development. I do that every single day. I listen, and it's only like 15 minutes, but that's all I need. That's all I'm trying to do. So while I'm doing my makeup, that's what I'm listening to. Then I drive to work. On my way to work, I ask Siri to text message my challengers. And so this is my way of connecting with my challengers, my brand new ones, the ones who are just getting started, who really need that attention. I say, Siri, text Joe Schmo. She says, texting Joe Schmo. What would you like me to say to Joe Schmo? And I'm like, tell Joe Schmo, I hope you have a great day, beautiful, exclamation point. Remember that even if you go off of your containers a little bit, it's not the end of the world. But you can make good choices anywhere, exclamation point. Let me know how your day has gone and what you did for your workout, exclamation point. Have a great day, Joe Schmo, smiley face. And then a quick glance at the stoplight to make sure I didn't actually write the word smiley face. And then I send it. And by the time I get to work, I can send 3. Not a lot, right? But it adds up. Can you imagine texting 3 people every single day? That's how it works. So take your to-do list. If you are not consistently getting your hour in, take your to-do list, break them up into all of your breaks, and it is your responsibility to get those items done during that time. What I found when I first started doing this business is that I got quicker and quicker. So we were talking about this earlier. When you're making your posts at the beginning of the week, right? Because just like meal prep, we need to do them ahead of time so that we don't end up forgetting or other things kind of take over. We need to do them ahead of time, right? So when I was starting out coaching, I timed myself for a lot of activities. I timed myself writing the post. I timed myself meal prepping. I timed myself doing my power hour on Teamsy. And for me, it was always a race against the clock. The next time I did it, I tried to do it more and more quickly. There was one day on the way to work that I was able to text like 7 of you guys with my little Siri voice thing. So if you ever see like emojis spelled out, that's what's going on. But that's time that I would have just spent driving before, or listening to Eminem, or like, I don't know, calling Marie or something, right? So like I'm using that downtime more productively.
Is that why you're not calling me?
Yeah, I'm busy, man. I'm working biz. So now I've gotten to the point that before I was able to get through all those tasks in one day, right? Barely. Everything I wanted to do, like contacting customers, contacting coaches, contacting future prospects, sending invites, following up, all those things, I was able to get through it just barely by the end of the day. Now I am getting through all of those tasks by putting them in little teeny places. I'm getting through all of them by 8 a.m. every single day. I'm done by 8. And that allows me to then start over and do it all again. Because I'm not trying to like sit down and do one task for an hour straight. I'm trying to do 10, 15 minutes of each task so that I'm moving my business forward little by little each day. Are there any questions? Is that helpful? Okay, so your assignments. If you are not in Coach U, you should get in touch with me and talk to me about why. Because we have quite a few assignments that are coming up, and almost everybody in here is in Coach University. But we have quite a few assignments here coming up. Tomorrow, you guys are going to be making your first YouTube video. So I'm really excited to see that. I saw a bunch of you guys say that you have already set up times to do a Zoom call with your accountability partner. That's awesome as well. But your homework is to show me or send me your business activity tracker. And I know we've been posting those in the Coach University group. When are you doing those items? Because what I'm seeing in there from a lot of you is you are loading your coach, like your business activity tracker, your BAT, but you're not actually doing the things that you're supposed to be doing on them. Like it's like sent friend request, check. Talk to coaches, check. It's like, okay, so you sent friend requests and you talked to me. Like, I don't count. Kerri Burgoon doesn't count. She's too cool. Like we need to be moving our business forward and talking to new people. So that's what I'm seeing from a lot of your business activity trackers, is that you're tracking the fact that you're talking to the same people that you've been talking to, or you are sending out friend requests but not actually connecting with those people. So your homework is to send me either a list of when you are doing each activity on your BAT, or if you're like me and you need to put sticky notes in different parts of the house, so when you go to different times of the day that are structured, you know what to do. I want to see little pictures of them. So mine's written on the mirror. Yeah, that's right, Rachel. Rachel's got her 30/30 app. And that's awesome, but I want to know when you're doing it. Yeah. Any questions about the homework? Okay, I want you guys to post that where I typed team call tonight, like just under the comments there. And if you are in any way, shape, or form struggling with your power hour or what to do during a power hour, first of all, hit YouTube. YouTube it, man. Like Google it, or FAQ it, I think is Heath still on here? I was going to give him some hell about that. FAQ, or the FAQ, as Heath calls it. You can do the FAQ. You can go to like the online office, and there's trainings there that teach you what you should be doing for inviting. But mostly, get on YouTube and type in Beachbody Power Hour how. And there will be an awesome coach on there who will walk you through it step by step, what you should be doing, what your invite should sound like, how to be a pro with them. And then if that doesn't work, if you're trying to look things up and that's not working for you, definitely reach out to your accountability partner first. And then reach out to the coach group. And then reach out to me. Okay, so that's what I want you guys to try and do. I want you to try to find the answers yourself first. I can Google just as fast as you. So Google, YouTube, then your accountability partner, then the coach group where we're posting recognition every day, and then me. Why? Because I've got the smartest, most badass, good-looking team in the universe, and I really think you guys can do it. Were those cat hands? Rachel, that's super creepy, man. When you can't see the cat's face and it's just like you have cat hands. Super creepy. Yes, Marie.
Kerri, is that coach webinar thing tonight?
I don't know. Which one?
Because we're the one we're speaking on, because I thought it was at 8:30, but like you were at 9:20, but I don't see any of the posts, so I didn't know if I missed something because I was trying to go live in there and there's nobody's anywhere. And I'm super freaked out. Like the what is coaching thing, like that we always speak on.
Ooh.
You have that tonight. I'm sorry, like I know it's totally random, guys, and I'm sorry I just like jumped in your call randomly.